Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, if you're like me and you find that you come in from work, wherever you've been, you put your keys down, you put your wallet down, specifically in a place where you remember. It doesn't necessarily always have to be the same place, but generally where you leave them is where you'll remember them. You then come back to them and find that somebody has moved them to somewhere that they think is the correct place for them to go. Happens to me a lot. I find in the mornings I'm running around trying to find my keys, and there are a few different solutions out there to help you to find your keys, your wallet, and some other items that we're going to have a look at today. Now, I'd say probably one of the most popular key tag finder kind of things out there at the moment is the Apple AirTag. These are other items. They work in a very similar way, but if you're after something that isn't an Apple product maybe, or you're just after something that might be possibly a little bit cheaper and easier to use kind of, then this is what we are here to see. Now, kind of actually by accident, I've been able to split these into two different types of tags. We have ones that you can add to your keys, probably put in a bag as well, and then we have ones that you can put into a wallet. So whether it's keys or wallet that you generally tend to lose, then there's something that will be able to help out with each of those. Now the first ones are these chips, or these little tags. So these are very similar to the AirTag, very similar in size. We have one from Chipotle, and then we have one from Tile. Now, if I remember rightly, I'm sure Tile were actually the first company to start these. The Apple product was kind of a direct rip-off of this, because they'd seen that they used this to quite, well, at least these were the first ones to bring it to market and have this kind of this item that you could go out and you could purchase. But there are similar form factors to this. The Chipotle one here is 35mm across, which is about an inch and a half. The Tile one is roughly the same. In fact, if I put the Tile one behind it here, you can see where it is square, it's the same, but then you just have these little bits that kind of come out and they make it ever so slightly bigger. There is a small lanyard here at the top so that you can attach this to whatever it is that you want to put it on. Same with the Tile. I guess it would probably be that way, but it also would work that way because that's where it would hang. Reasonably light. They weigh, well, they weigh next to nothing, and these are both made from a nice kind of resin plasticky material. As far as the batteries are concerned on each of these, they do have internal batteries on both of them. The Chipotle battery, or at least actually, let's start again. Both of the batteries on these will last around 2 to 3 years. Now that depends on how regularly you lose your keys. If you need to keep finding them, and you use the small alarm, the alarm or the ringtone that these will play will probably use up more power than actually just having them on standby. With the Chipotle one, this does have a replaceable battery. So what you can do is this opens up. If I try to do this without dropping it, I can't do it without dropping it. On the inside of here, there is a CR2032 battery, so you can replace it on this one. Unfortunately though, this version of the Tile fob, this one here, this doesn't have a replaceable battery in here. There is a kind of a bigger, better version, but what I was trying to find is something that was comparable, that do have either replaceable batteries or they can actually, I think it is a replaceable battery rather than it being recharged. Now the way that all of the things that we'll have a look at today, they all work by connecting to an app. Now both of these have their own apps. Chipotle has an app that you can download from either the Android store or from the Apple store, and Tile has its own app as well, but they function pretty much in exactly the same way. Setting them up is incredibly easy. In fact, I'm not going to show you how to set one up today purely because of how easy it is. It's ridiculously easy to be able to do it, but instead I'll show you exactly how this works. Now, I'm not going to show you the app because it will show you my location, and because of the Witness Relocation Act thing that I had to go through a few years back, obviously I can't show you where I am, although you know that I'm in the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so you register your chip or whatever it is that you're using with the app, and then that will then give you its location. If you're within whatever the radius is for Bluetooth, which I think is probably about 30-meter radius, then and you know you've lost your keys, you go into the app, you press the button to find your keys, and it will ring to then say you've got your keys, and you can, you rummage around the house so that you can find it. You can either turn it off with the app, or you can press the button on here, and it will turn that off. Now there is a button. It's not really a button, but there's enough flex in the plastic for it to register a button on the inside. So that's the first way in which you can use this. If this is attached to your keys and you've lost those, then you can use the app to find your keys. But let's say if you've misplaced your phone and you've got one of these and it's on your keys, you can do a double press on this. So it's kind of a double pinch, and it will now find my phone for me as well. So all of the things that we'll have a look at today, they all work in a similar fashion for you to be able to find either your keys if you have your phone with you and you've lost your keys, or find your phone if you have your keys with you and you've lost your phone. Now the difficulty with the phone is the fact that you need to be within 20 meters of it. So if you've gone to work and thinking, where's my phone, and you press these, it's not going to find your phone because it won't be within 20 meters to be able to activate that. Now if it is that you have lost your keys, if you're in the house or you're in wherever and it's within 20 meters, these will ring. If it is that you haven't, that you're not, it should, with some of these it will show you the location of that so that you can then find it, which again will kind of make sense on something that we'll talk about after we've had a look at these. It's a shame that this one isn't either rechargeable or you can't change your battery on here. 3 years is pretty good. I'd say it's probably about 18 months to 2 years really with the use if you are regularly losing your keys, but these are nice kind of small solutions that you can use for that. I do quite like the Chipola one. There's another Chipola kind of product that we'll have a look at in a second that I do find that I use quite a bit. So it's nice to have both of those on the same app. Plus with the Chipola version, I'm not sure if you can do it for this one, probably should have checked, but with the Chipola version you can connect this up to Alexa so that if you're trying to find your keys or whatever it is that you've lost, you can say Alexa, where are my keys, and it will ring for you as well, which I think is very cool. It's nice to have that personal assistant. This is what we were promised that Alexa and all of these apps would become in the future. So it's nice to have that it actually works like that with them. Now, moving on from keys, as also mentioned, there are also wallet solutions as well. So the one here on my left, this is from Smart Key, and this is from Key Smart, and this is their smart card. And the one on my right here, this is from Exeter, and this is their Finder card. These work in a very similar fashion to the two chips that we'd had a look at, whereas with these, rather than having their own dedicated apps from each of the respective manufacturers, these only work with the Apple Find My app, which works in exactly the same way. You'll register one of these with that app, and then once it's registered, you'll then be able to find it if it's in your wallet, or if it's the opposite way around and you want to find your keys, or at least you want to find your phone. They work in a similar fashion. As far as the size is concerned, as you'd expect for something that's designed to fit in your wallet, these are the exact same size as a debit or credit card. As far as the thickness is concerned, they're about, say, 2.5 to 3 millimeters thick. The Smart Key Smart Card is the thinnest of the two, probably about 2.5 millimeters, and the Extra version is ever so slightly thicker. But you do find that you get an advantage with the Extra card in the fact that you get a longer battery with this. So both of these have internal batteries, even though they are so small. The battery within the smart card lasts roughly about 5 months. The battery in the Extra card lasts roughly about 6 months. However, these these don't have batteries that you can replace in these. The beauty of these is though that these are both fully rechargeable, so you just need to recharge them, I'd say on a regular basis, but it doesn't need to be on a regular basis because you get 5 or 6 months out of these. For the smart key, the smart card, this works. In fact, on here, if I don't know if you can we see this? We get that as in focus. There is a wireless charging logo on there. So if you have this in your wallet. And in fact, I have brought out some wallets just to prove that these do fit in here. So this is the Iron wallet from Able Carry, not from Able Carry, sorry, this is from Pioneer Carry. It will fit in there perfectly, and also the Extra card finder fits in there as well. So if you come home from work and maybe once a month, once every few months, so you have a wireless charger like you charge your mobile phone, all you need to do is put your wallet down on that and it will recharge that for you, and you get an extra 5 months out of that. So it's a very nice and simple solution as far as being able to charge with the KeySmart smart card. The only thing is, it doesn't come with its own wireless charger. So if you don't own a wireless charger, you'll probably need to buy one in order for you to be able to charge this. Some mobile phones do have their own wireless charging function, so you might be able to charge it from your mobile phone, but I think with the cost of wireless mobile chargers nowadays, they're not particularly expensive. Anker make very good ones. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll leave some links below so you can see some ones that I suggest that I've even tested out myself, which I think are quite good. So yes, you would need to buy something for that. Whereas with the Extra, this comes with its own charging cable. It's a very nice, simple solution using USB, and then on the rear here you'll see that there are 2 ports that this connects to. Now the charger itself, it is a proprietary charger, however the battery's on here. In fact, I'm not even going to look to see, you see there, so let's do it again. They connect on there with the 2 batteries, very simple to do. In fact, because of the polarity of the batteries, if you try and do it the wrong way, they won't charge, whereas you do it the right way, it charges. So a very simple solution. You just need to remember to keep this. I guess if you lost it, you probably can pick up another one from Extra, but very nice, simple solution as well. Now I've shown you this in what I'd class as a typical wallet. Here I have a card holder from Extra. Now I can take these cards out of here for a second and you'll be able to see that these both fit in here, and you can pop them out if you needed to get it out. The only difficulty is that some of these card holders do have RFID blocking qualities, which will mean that any radio signal going in or coming out will be blocked. But that doesn't mean that they can't be used perfectly, because they have these on the front here. So all you'd need to do instead is, I'm just trying to do this without dropping it, would be just to push that forward, push your card holder or your finder card in there, and then that will work. You'll still have full function with all of your cards on the inside there like that, and you'll be able to find your wallet should you need to. Now I know what you're thinking, it's probably one of 2 things. 1, God damn, Randy's handsome, or 2, hey Randy, which of these solutions do you use the most? And I will honestly say it's none of them. They're all great and I do use them. The one that I use the most is this one from Extra. So similar to the chips, whoever just put those, it's in this pocket in the back. I shouldn't be moving these around so much. Similar to these chips, this is the Extra key finder. It fits perfectly onto the Extra key holder, but it works in exactly the same way as the Chipolo one, and this is kind of powered, I suppose you could say powered by Chipolo, in that it uses the Chipolo app to be able to control this. So what I can do is, with the Chipolo app, I can register this and this, so maybe I could put this in my wallet, say, if I wanted to, or I could put this in my bag, and then I also have this, so I could say, hey Alexa, where's my keys? And this will ring. Hey Alexa, where's my bag? And this will ring. Well, it works in the same way. So if I lose my keys, this is on here, on the app, press a button and it will find my keys for me. And it also works in the opposite direction. So if I have this and I can't find my phone, then I can do this as well. There's also a little LED on the end here, so if I wanted to, I can press on here and it will turn the LED on. This also works on a battery as well, so rather than having to recharge this, there is a small tray, and here it's kind of like a SIM card tray with a very small battery on here. The battery on this lasts around about 12 months, but again, the beauty of the vast majority of these things is that when you go on to the respective app, especially with the dedicated Tile app and the Chipolo app, it will tell you whether your battery has run out, or it will also tell you whether your battery is coming to the end of its life as well. So super useful. Now, as I say, I do put my stuff down and people move it, and it gets very frustrating because I don't want to have to keep asking people where they've moved it to, and this helps a lot. I run 4 mornings, and being able to find my keys, it's great to be able to find my keys rather than having to go back to certain person or certain people asking where they've moved my keys to. Now, the other thing that kind of touched on at the beginning of this was so these are solutions maybe for your keys, or maybe a solution for your wallet. However, the beauty of both of these is that if you have a bag, then it's useful to be able to put these in a bag, in a rucksack, in a crossbody sling, to help you find that as well. In fact, a lot of manufacturers have started to create or started to manufacture their bags with small, discreet little pockets that you can put these into, specifically because of pickpockets and things being took from you. I talk long and hard about if you're doing city breaks, if you're away, traveling, whatever it is, that situational awareness is possibly the most important thing about making sure that you don't have your things took from you. But even the most situationally aware person often succumbs to things, and sometimes it really is just a fraction of a second. You look away while somebody distracts you, you look back, and then your bag's missing. Now, I'd say probably 95%, and that's just a guess, but I'd say 95% of the time these people will take your bag, they will take it to somewhere that's secluded. Within 5-10 seconds they'll go through your bag, they'll take all of the valuable items like your money, your wallet, your phone, all of that sort of stuff, and then they'll ditch the bag. If they continue to go with the bag, then that's something that they can be seen, and you'll go, hey, give me my bag back. Having one of these in your bag certainly means, or hopefully means, that you'll be able to get that back. You will have lost all of the other valuables, but there might be other items in there that are valuable to you but not valuable to the person that's stolen them, and they're then wanting to fleece those, or they're wanting to sell those on. So having one of these for that kind of tertiary reason is just as important as keeping aware of who's around you and what's actually going on where your personal property is. They're not particularly expensive, so I think these Chipolo ones, they're around about £20 each for one of these, which I think in today's current market, £20 is roughly probably about €20 or $20. You can also buy them in bundles as well. I think they go up, you can buy like 5 or 6 of them, and they get even cheaper. There is another way that you can save as well, especially on the Extra solution, which I've just realised is here behind me as well. So Extra are currently having a sale for their Father's Day sale. So there is a link below and a code that you can use that will get you up to 40% discount on some of these Extra products. That is just for this sale, for the 40% though. However, if you're watching this in the future and the sale has ended, the link will still get you some discount. It won't be as much as 40%, I think it goes down to either about 5 or 10%, but it's still some discount on some amazing solutions from Extra, whether that's the Finder card, whether that's the wallet, or the key finder as well. So yes, I'll leave all of those links below so that you can see more from the Extra ones, but I'll also leave some of the other links as well so that you can see them from KeySmart, from Tile, and also from Chipolo as well. So yes, those links will be below. Some of my social media links will be below as well, here on Moorlander EDC, and also my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Are we recording? We are recording. Hello. Had to keep my phone off of silent because if you got one of these and your phone's on silent, it won't ring. So if my phone goes off, I apologise. In reverse. Obviously, this will probably end up in the bloopers. Hopefully, it won't go off. The thickness of these is not particularly thick. This is about the width of 2 cards, whereas the Exeter, she's thick. I mean, she's not thick, right? No, she's not. They're the same. One's about 2.5mm, one's about 3mm, and start that again. Keys, but if you wanted to, you probably could fit these in your prison wallet. You probably could fit these in your prison wallet. Where's prisoner 556281-B gone? Let me just press the app. I'm sure I can find him or her, however she identifies. Prison wallet. That's going in the bloopers. Okay. Well, it's Wednesday today. No. It's not Wednesday today. Is it? No, it's Monday. What's going on? So I think this is coming out on Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a good week and getting those kind of hump day vibes, because humpity hump. Yeah. Jesus, what an idiot. So it's Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a nice Wednesday and everybody's got those hump day vibes for sure. Yes, have a great week, everybody. Yeah, that was my phone again, because obviously I can't put it on quiet, else I won't be able to show you how it works. That's perfectly timed. Cool, see you in a bit.